we're here again. Angels of light and love, I welcome you in to do your wonderful, wonderful things. Yeah. My most ethical light and love crew, my cream crew, welcome. Where do we want to start? Well, let me put my earrings back on. It is a momentous occasion. It is time. Let me put this on. It is time. I think it's time to face the music and bang on my drum. Okay? That is what we're doing here. Part of the music. I love music. So I'm really hoping, I'm really counting on the fact that facing the music isn't going to be, isn't going to forebode a tower moment for me. I'm really hoping that I get to enjoy this, like, this drama in a way that it's not like, you know, like, what is it? The kind of drama that's like, what is it? That thing where, you know, the hand that rocks cradle is the hand that rules the world, that kind of thing. That movie, I forgot what that movie is. But not one of those like headache dramas, you know. I'm really hoping that the intensities are going to be something that reminds you that you're alive, and that is actually declining in its pain, that it can alleviate that for all parties. I'm really hoping for that. So I'm here to bang on my frickin' congos. Congo drums, yeah. And see where that goes. So with my right hand, I got 6 of Swords. Actually, I moved with my right hand before getting with my left hand. And that's, maybe there's something taboo with that, only because you should listen before you act, before you speak, before, you know, you gesture. The prerequisite is listening, paying attention, observation. So I feel like maybe I jumped the gun in getting the right hand, but it was like kind of a warning, not a warning, like a reminder. Getting the 6 of Swords, it's finding that calm, finding that caution, because it's like these things are darting after me. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've got one of those swords. 5 of them are coming at you, like ego driven. And so it's kind of like making a leap of faith. But it's not even really faith. It's like a leap of survival from one terrain to another, because it's like being chased by these, like life feels like I'm a moving target, which is great because at least I get to move, you know? And this is great. Because the byproduct is that change is inevitable, so I am motioning for it. It's activating me to get from point A to whatever points I need to get to. And that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Okay, it's actually labeled as ascendancy. I just noticed that. Okay. Totem pole, you got ancestral vibes right there. Not just because it's like, oh, it's a, what do you call it, a fad or phase. This is ancestral. This is leadership standing right by you from, so it's moving in the direction as your ancestors would, as they did before. So time and time again, there's a revival of the fittest. I think that's drawing back to a couple of my past readings, because I do remember saying something about that. Anyway, back to my left hand. We got the Aeon. So this is actually judgment. It's realization. This is crazy, because I've got court stuff going on pretty soon. And you know what? I'm really trying to not fall into prey with the storyline that's built to kind of like make me seem like I'm not cooperative, or anything of that sort. And when I read the judgment, or what was submitted on the attorney's behalf, the other side's half, it was actually softer than the emails that I received from them, which was like, it was like freaking a week ago. It shouldn't have waited till like the last moment, to like this Friday in the middle of my lunch hour, to like kind of motion me into, like, corner me. You know what they call that? Signing under duress. You know what that means? That's that's not good in the eyes of the court. And so it's just, dude, I don't know what to say. But I'm tired of feeling fear. I'm kind of worn out from that. It's not that like I don't want to feel that, because that's part of it. I don't want to feel it, but like I naturally, I'm fed up with being bullied by any party. I'm done with that. I'm done with being triggered by that. So the judge that I have is very fair. And that doesn't always mean that I get my way, but at the same time, I trust that whatever rolls out, things are going to balance out. And if it's not by the hands of the court, then I know Spirit has my back, and the Spirit will justify accordingly. They'll make absolute arrangements for that. This is like prism level, so it hits all angles. No one will escape this. So this is judgment for sure. There's many faces of judgment. There's a lot of messages coming through, a lot of thoughts behind it. And I don't know if there's any penalty to any misunderstandings or whatever I did or didn't do. I don't know if there's any penalties to that, like financially speaking. And if there is, again, I believe that something will balance it out. Something. I don't know what it is, but I can't keep going like this. Karma shall be had. So that Aeon card, or judgment, is labeled as realization at the top. When I picked that card, this one wanted to come along with it. Cohesion, 3 of Wands. Ships are coming in. Something's boiling right there. There's a preference to how people like their eggs done. Or their huevos. Let's keep things straight here, okay? But that's what I'm hearing in the background. That's crazy. Behind the curtain. So some people like their eggs runny, even if it's not sunny side up. Some people like it like, oh, I had the perfect ones yesterday. Holy this is getting ready for work. Like, so I would have something to eat and like last me. Anyway, I thought I didn't have enough time, so I was like prepared to have it runny, which is fine, but I didn't want it to be like all bloopty on my desk. So anyway, it came out perfect, like fluff. Salt and pepper. And but it was fluff. Like what is a souffle level? Like fluff. And I had a few more eggs. And usually when you boil like a huge quantity of eggs, they come out like all kind of uneven. Like sometimes you have to just accept. That's what I was doing. I was accepting that some parts would be like a little runny, or like, and some would be more solid on the yolk. And they were all perfect. Let me tell you. And the changes in temperature in storing it immediately after, or have like, it changes things. But my eggs were perfect. I don't understand it. Who's my guardian angel of eggs? Who's doing this? Anyway, it's a reminder. When your ships come in, they're according to, you know, how they, you know, especially when grace is under fire, when something's about to hatch, it's done the way it's supposed to be done. And so, you know, especially now, things are coming into almost perfection now, like unexpected perfection. I don't even understand it. Cohesion, that's what it's called, if anything. It's crazy. But I have more spies than ever here because there's so many like little flies coming through that never ever came before. But you know what? I've got the best of both worlds, which means people who walk and work the left-handed path, they're not always like engaged in fuckery. Sometimes, you know, the world has a very interesting way of how it rolls. Like, it's very much, especially when it's mindful. You know, when I say, mind your manners, mind your P's and Q's. This is done like mindfulness, but like knowing that there's magic involved in the background, like just like this cosmic, like, I don't know, but you just got to surrender that part of it. This is the characteristic of like the most awesome bosses. And it's that it's not just the willingness to accept, but accept that there's more than just willing things into existence, you know. So whatever's going to roll out is going to roll out. But it's time to face the music and bang on my own drum. So, what you got to say, Archangel Michael? I mean, these three things are just wonderful to see. Even as the cue of egos leads to departure. This is a bird in flight on a lateral level. And a lot of people, how do you say it? Underestimate what a lateral move is. Yeah. So, you know, sometimes like when I'm, like it just happened like, I don't know, about half an hour ago when I was reviewing one of my recent videos, just listening to it, not doing like the whole Tina does her thing, just like listening to it as an audience, like, okay, I gotta hone in here. I'm not giving these messages just to deliver them to other people. But primarily they are my own sources. So, just listening in. And I started to wonder, like, what must, you know, the attorney think? Or, you know, the CEO of the company that I work for? Or the, you know, this and that? Or the judge? Or, you know, conglomerate, you know, supporters? What must they think of me? And there's a little bit of a cringe factor to it. I don't know if I would say that I feel an expression of shame. I think it would be more like, if there's anyone that thinks down on me, it must be a misunderstanding. Even, you know, levels of haters, the ones that are constantly being, you know, working their antagonistic magic. I have to realize that it must be a misunderstanding, and clarity must be provided in its own due timing. So the portions where I need resolution isn't like the whole storybook of it all. Everybody needs their own points of resolution too. So again, this also emphasizes the world of cohesion here, the Three of Wands. Things are coming to play accordingly. And it's not just like black and white keys on the piano, what they're showing me here. There's many different rollouts here, not just like the red carpet that we're on. This is not just like our stage, it's the shared one. So it's just keeping that in mind. Yeah. All right, so they want me to go ahead and move on because like there's something that I do need to recap on this, but yeah, I've thought about that, and I have to just like let it go. I have to let go of what people may think of me, because that's our perception isn't the whole story. So this is inevitable realization of surrender. You know, I'm hearing, you know, like the jig is up, right? That can mean, that may have many storylines, but what they're pointing to is a jig. And, you know, that has several meanings. A jig is like, you know, maybe that's a very condescending way of like, you know, wow. Is that, am I understanding this correctly? Like how, you know, colored people, like the dance or whatever, or be a freaking dancing monkey. There's that. If I remember that correctly. But primarily, and that's pertaining to people who are, you know, engaging in the fuckery. But those two are kind of like non-related. They're just intertwined context. Just to clarify. But then a jig is, I think, meant to, like a device, like a gear, meant to allow for flexibility, like bend, you know, like if you're doing like wire wrapping or whatever, there's something that you like, you know, make it so it's even in its bend, circular. So there's something about that. The jig is up. So flexibility is either in its upward trajectory, motioning or creating more flexibility, or what we just said in the previous. Interesting. Okay. So this is definitely like in the background. It's saying it leads to being more honest with yourself in the situation, that we can both share the same stage, honest with self and the situation. Like, oh, we're on the same stage. Okay, we can be honest, like in a collaborative effect. It's not like this or that me, or, you know, it's I kind of just like, you know, I would normally feel a lot of apprehension and like just kind of a sense of like helplessness when it comes to these court things. But I know that there's hope, so I don't feel helpless this time, which is wonderful. Like if you're if you're looking at all of the wins that you can count, it goes beyond measure. The realization that I don't have to feel in that place anymore. It's great. It's wonderful. So I have to accept whatever's gonna roll out. It's far better than where I would be if I didn't make these decisions. And I have to use that as my mantra. I have to. Because that's fact. It's fact. It's bigger than fact. Okay. So what do you want to say, Archangel Michael? We only laid down 3 cards and it's been, oh my gosh, 20 minutes almost. These 2 cards. It is the Magician. Yeah, in reverse. And the Moon card in reverse. Oh my goodness. Number 1, any reader would say, this is a massive manipulative liar. This pairing is someone who does like dark magic, not just for the person involved, like the opposing energy, but all other factors that seem to be like third parties or kind of not affiliated in order to sway their cases. And I can't give weight to that, you know? I can't. So what I'm going to say about this, alternatively speaking, in the most, like, the highest Heyoka path in mirroring energy, as any practitioner would within their highest degree, is that this is someone that knows their mastery and knows their power, like primordial power. This is someone that this is a role I can take ownership for. Something that's where you don't always have to prove it. You don't always have to over-explain. Sometimes energy just speaks for itself. You don't have to like feel worried and say, well, Your Honor, there was this, and then there was that, and then on these dates, like, we did this, and then he said this, and then this, like, no. Sometimes things just pan out accordingly. And even if not at that moment, because of the intensity, because of the context of the situation, when that patterning plays out over and over again within different flavors, people see the baseline. Like the really, really, really smart people, like that are not just up in their heads, but like are connected and are aligned, they see it. And there's no way of denying it. It kind of goes against structure of belief systems. So I know, working with the highest power and all that's in between, I know I have a great deal of power. I know I do. And the best way to mirror this type of energy is, again, this is lay low energy. This is being objective and looking at the situation. And there's so much more clarity because the triggers are, I don't know, I think the triggers have been overplayed. So it's like a button that's been stuck, like a key on a piano that you cannot play. Oh shit, that's what it means. You know, it's and it's not indicative of an old piano. It's maybe characteristic of it, but when a key gets stuck because it's been overplayed, that can happen on a new piano, on a fucking keyboard. That shit happens. Like Mercury in retrograde energy. Except divinely timed, for sure. So this is wonderful. This is almost like an embryo energy here. From moon to sun energy. And this is what, a hexagon? Interesting, okay. I'm not sure exactly what that depicts. What kind of what that means. But I want to get a clarifying card for this. I mean, when I say I've had it up to here, when I've met my threshold of this and that, it's the overplayed portion of my life. So I wouldn't say that there's defiance. My kin energy understand this. I wouldn't say that, like, I'll be damned if this or that. It's not even an act of warring anymore. It's just like, I've been there. I've done that. And I've processed a lot. So, we'll just see how it goes. And I can say that whatever it is that's going to roll out, it's not going to make me end my own life. If anything, it's a hallmark to new times. So this is kind of like, what they're saying is, I wanted to say graduation, but they're saying congratulatory. It's congratulations, but it's also an essence of graduation, even though it might feel like kind of like a lateral move. Like finances haven't changed. Like you're always alone. Yeah. So, I said, I'm telling you, processed a lot. But the wonderful thing about this is that it hasn't exhausted me to the point where like I have, I'm no longer gonna like get married, or I'm no longer going to, I'm no longer interested in men, or I'm no, like, it hasn't created that black and white key thing where things are so absolute. It's either this way or that. It's just, that's the end of that. And thank God. So, what do you want to say? What's the clarifying cards for that? Okay, so these two and whatever's over here are 3. 10 of Wands in reverse, Hermit, and 2 of Pentacles in reverse. 10 of Wands is labeled as oppression, so it's dropping the burdens, both internally and externally, physical and non-physical. Hermit card is exaltation. This is a dark night of the soul, but it's hallmarking reaching the end, like out of that cave. It's calling in new times. You see the bird is coming to him rather than, being like sent out. So instead of like, I'll get you, my pretty, like releasing the flying monkeys, the eagle is landing upon. So there's a sense of wisdom and bravery reaching our doing side, our right hand side, our future side even. In fact, this person has absolute shish kebab energy. Without the sword involved, that stick is shish kebabbing the sun. So this is knowing the light, knowing the way, being shown it, and going for that. So this is a shared experience, because from one world to another, do you see? It's shared, like, congratulatory. It's like, it's a positive moment to experience, even vicariously. So 2 of Pentacles in reverse, this is labeled as permutation. I don't know what that means. But 2 of Pentacles in reverse. Some things need to be weighed out, for sure. I mean, that's inevitable. And I feel like for what's to roll out in the coming week, it's not about who's right or who's wrong. It's, okay, so what are we supposed to do about this? Like, let's go ahead and just wrap this up. It's measuring out what is. And that's the most fair way of looking at things. So I don't know what permutation means, though. So look, these people are playing like bilateral frisbee here. So upon throwing, they also get the exchange of receiving. So there's going to be, I would say, back and forth on this, but it's more like it's they were in the game together like that, so they admitted themselves into it, and it's like what do you call it? Just in this match, we're not throwing like foul balls, basically foul frisbees. It's more like to each other. There's an exchange that's meant to happen. And it's like saying, okay, so are we doing this or what? And then we push all nonsense to the side, forget everybody else, because we need to be happy. I hope you get it. Too many swords energy for sure. Very much like that. But I don't get that from my ex. I get more like, I mean to harm you in every way possible, in any way possible. But, you know, like, who cares what he means? What power does that hold? It's very volatile energy, something that I am steering away from. It's like an accident waiting to happen right there in that energetic frequency. I don't know. I just, I'm so glad that I'm no longer enabling it. So what came over here? Also, we got art, verification. What's art? I think that's the Fool card in reverse. Four of Swords in reverse, which is, okay, we'll label it. Okay, Ace of Swords in reverse, Seven of Pentacles in reverse, and Suspension, or the Hanged Man in reverse. Okay. So again, there's suspension here, being the Fool card in reverse, from front to like cover story to the back end of things. But the suspension here at the very end is a sense of awareness. It's no longer suspended. Oh my goodness, this is wonderful. So in this 5-card spread, verification in reverse, so that's bound to happen. Okay, so 4 of Swords in reverse, it's recuperation. It's healed. You know when they say it's done? It's basically like putting gauze over it, or a band-aid, a cover that's not a cover-up. Okay. Ace of Swords in reverse, along with the, yeah, things are going to be pinned down for sure. It's called respiration, so breathing. So there's like suspension here. Oh my gosh, even midpoint suspension, like the suspense, holding your breath, like people are on the edge of their seats, I swear. It's funny. Okay, 7 of Pentacles in reverse. That this is labeled as variance. Okay. So this is variance. The opposite to that would be like fixated, very like narrowed in. So this is narrowing in of like the harvest, like the takeaway of each party. And so things are finally released. This is just due diligence in process. That's what's happening right here. It's about to happen. This is very factual. There's like no sides taken here. It's just what this is live paperwork. This is live paperwork. So hopefully, you know, the attorney or the judge or anybody that's involved isn't taking offense to, you know, misunderstandings. You know, I don't know what to say, but you know, how they receive it can be quite different, or it could be very much in alignment with those intentions. And if I have strong manifestation powers, which I very much do, then I can safely almost assume that intentions are going to be received accordingly. I mean, I'm not, I don't know. You know, like, if I was a complete asshole and trying to be spiritually right and manipulative in both ways, I was like, okay, so what are the judge's blessings? You know, like what makes you so wonderful as like an attorney or whatever. Like, I'm not doing those readings to sway. I can probably do it after the fact, but I'm just not guided to do that. It's like, it's kind of tacky, I would say. It's spiritually tacky to do something like that, to kind of persuade. And I just like, it's just, it's more than tacky. If we're going to look at it in a professional sense, it is untasteful. Is that how they say it? Like that, yeah. I would definitely say it like that. I feel like there's no honor in doing things like that. And I learned, you know, it's best to just kind of see how things played out. In my indirect methods of teachings and how I'm guided to, you know, communicate, it's become more natural, and the indirect ways of teaching allow for people to do, you know, engage in free will. So they are going to take full ownership of how whatever energies they put out there, especially if they come from a position of power, in any realm that I'm associated with. So nobody can say, well, you know, they made me sign under duress. They made me do they nobody can say that shit. Nobody can like circle around or like get through red tape loopholes, whatever. Nobody can nobody can smooth talk or like negotiate, or nobody can steer away from that, from what's due, from what's actual. Nobody can do that. I know what I did was correct and right. Yeah. All right. Okay. Anything else you want to say, Archangel Michael? Wow, I feel like I've been talking here like for a while, and it's under 40 minutes. That is crazy. I guess a lot of thoughts are processing right now. So what fell on my left foot? It is the Three of Swords. Oh, recipient of heartbreak, damage, desolation. Is that in the past, or is that something that I am receiving? Let me find out. You know, let's find out. What do you want to say about that, Spirit? Archangel Michael, what does that pertain to? Can you elaborate a little bit more? So there's some kind of stickiness here, like bubblegum, you see? Bubblegum in a dish. How many pieces do you wish? And some people do the mathematical version of like, okay, they're counting how many feet are there because they'll know where exactly where it lands on. So there's cheaters in here. But Hierophant in reverse. Hierophant in reverse. Well, Hierophant is the high priest. It's also a local court. This is signifying divorce, but it's also a breakaway of like partnerships. So it signifies dissolution, whether it's in professional partnerships or it's you know, in the court of law, like family law, you know, small claims court is what they're saying. This is also somebody that's highly untraditional. This is a signifier of someone who is well respected, but is not expressing their, oh shit. It's labeled as intuition, but it's in reversal. Hierophant in reverse. This is dirty work. What does this mean? What does it mean for me? Am I to know right now? Two of Cups in reverse. Harmony in reverse. So maybe, okay, this was on my right leg though. There's a lot to be uncovered here. It is really strange. Am I... Eight of Wands in reverse and Knight of Swords in reverse. This is very, very focused, isolated energies. They do not want to say. This could mean a lot of things. There's a lot of stuff going on here. I have to tell you, there's a lot of energetics into play here. A lot of moving pieces, different figures, things that are happening behind the scenes, things that are happening undercover. And if I say it, I feel like I might ruin the high benefits for me. However, right here, it looks like this is... I'm headed into something that is not within my favor. That's what it looks like here. It's something that is actually quite terrible. But you know what? If that shit goes down accordingly like that, I know that the tower moment that is due to arrive, this would not be the tower moment. This is kind of like microcosmic tower moment, and it might feel big for me, but it actually isn't. This is like the motioning for what needs to happen for something huge to not just crumble, but atomic level, be completely and utterly destroyed. So I don't know if I fear this thing here. I don't feel it. Sometimes I wonder, like, has it hit me yet? It's one of those things like, you know, it doesn't hit you until it hits you. And that could happen before it actually hits you, you know, whatever that event is. But I don't, like, third eye level, I don't see it. I don't like feel it third eye. I don't see it third eye. It's not like it's blocked. I just don't. You know when I told you how I talked about this in a long time ago read. I mentioned it at least twice, but I never saw me and my ex, like, even while we were like happy, you know, I never saw us like at the age of like grandparent level where our children would grow up and we would, like, you know, we would kind of live that life. I never saw it. I never felt it. I always wanted to, but I thought it was strange. Like, why am I receiving a block? Like, why don't I isn't that strange? And I just kind of let it go because it's like, well, we're not there yet. So, And maybe it's just kind of me, you know, when you doubt yourself, you really, really doubt yourself. But that says a lot. It says a lot. Especially when you don't know your power. And then when you realize it, you're like, oh, that's why. Because it was in any tangent, you know, in any trajectory of life, that was never going to happen. And that's strange for me to realize. Like, at this moment, at every trajectory that's possible, I was never going to live that life with my ex. And that's crazy. That's just like, you know, me realizing in every trajectory that is its now moment, I'm not supposed to die yet. Like, it's more than I'm destined not to die yet. There's something else for me. And I don't know. I just know I'm not supposed to die yet. I'm not going to die yet. And I'm talking more than just a spirit level. I just know. I don't know how I know. I don't know why, but I know that there's something bigger. And so when I look at this instance where it's there's a storyline that's proposed as fear-inducing, that it proposes the fact that I'm going to be heartbroken, and that somebody's doing dirty work, and and that there's undercover like whining and dining and secret like relationships and dynamics that don't necessarily flow in my favor. I know for a fact, in working with spirit, this is peanuts level. This is almost nothing. This is, you know, when you're talking about, oh, our life is just like a little blip here. That's what this is in the greater scheme. I don't know. It's weird. I don't understand why I'm getting that energy, but that's... I don't know. I just know at work, things came in, the solutions, like my helpers came in at the most perfect timing. Most perfect timing, when they were just about to like try to do away with me. Or they actually attempted to do away with me. They came in at the perfect timing. Okay. So, what do you want to say? I'm supposed to get something from this runes thing again. Okay. So, Archangel Michael, what am I supposed to get from here? Traditional rune casting? No. That's not. Okay. Additional meanings of Laguz. Laguz. Okay. Okay. It's water. Water, flow, intuition, the unconscious psychic ability, the feminine growth. Okay, what I put my thumb on was, conversely, Laguz reverse may indicate that you are experiencing a lack of creativity. You may need to shake things up a bit and get out of your normal routine in order to allow new creative energy into your life. Okay, so that's where my right thumb was. Okay. Okay. So that's true. I know that. I know that for a fact, like as far as manifesting. I know that. I know that so much. Okay, that's fine. So the primary themes. Okay, Lulus is a water rune. symbolizing the element in all its forms: rivers, streams, lakes, seas, oceans, and rain, and even the water contained within our bodies. It is also connected to emotions, a cleansing of unwanted energy through tears, and the unpredictability of life. If you are being tossed around in emotional waters of situation, Laguz advises you to release your resistance and go with the flow. Like that, just going with it, the ski slopes, Adaptability is here, as continuing to resist your circumstances will only plunge you further into disharmony. The same is true when it comes to positive circumstances. Acknowledge and enjoy them with gratitude, but don't cling to them as the source of your happiness. Let the fluidity of life guide you, rather than trying to control and direct it. As the rune of water, Laguz is also the rune of intuition and subconscious. You may be getting a lot of intuitive hits from your inner self right now. Be sure to allow your gut, even if your brain is telling you differently. Oh, follow. Allow, goodness. Laguz indicates psychic ability, which can be nurtured and strengthened with practice. Stay open and receptive to the messages coming in from the spirit world and your higher self. Trust your inner process to help you navigate any stormy seas. Laguz reversed points to... Okay, we already talked about this. Okay, we'll just read it. Okay. Laguz reversed points to a lack of flow in your life. Perhaps from feeling stagnated in a current job or relationship, or simply from neglecting your intuitive and spiritual side. You may be blocking some unpleasant emotions that need to be allowed to come through in order for you to move forward. Alternatively, you may be feeling tempted to give into unhealthy impulses or take the easy route regarding a situation, which will not lead to the spiritual growth you are meant to experience. Whatever the case, spending time in or near a natural body of water can help you find clarity and courage, and is highly beneficial to your energy at this time. Laguz is symbolic of feminine energy and can represent the woman in the context of male-female relationships. Feminine strength and support are indicated here. Oh, fuck. Reversed in this context, Laguz can point to a woman in your life who has hidden ulterior motives, or is in some way, a source of trouble for you at this time. Stay in touch with your own intuition in dealings with this person. I know who that is. Anyway, creativity and growth are further aspects of this rune. Laguz is sometimes translated to mean leek, L-E-E-K, okay? An edible and magical herb revered by the ancient Norse. Leek grew wild in northern Europe and were considered symbols of growth and virility. In this context, Laguz represents the life force found within all matter on Earth. If you have been fighting or ignoring a creative talent, this rune is nudging you to develop it, as it will facilitate further growth in your life. Okay. I don't know. I find myself as already creative and in practice, so I think that's mainly more for my kin. The ones that are discovering their stuff, their magic. So that's good. That's good. I can attest to that. I don't feel like I'm blocking any feelings. I feel like I've run through the mill for wrecking brick. But, and I feel like maybe this is like checklist energy for me, but I can admit, I need to drink more water. I need to drink more water. Okay. All right, so that's just a reminder from the ancestors, drink your water, Tina. So that's the only thing I feel like I'm not doing, because I'm not resisting this energy. I've been so cordial and so amicable in conveying certain things, so whatever they're doing, or whatever they've been doing, it's always like a strategy to, sway things. And, I gotta feel sorry for them. I gotta feel sorry for what's coming to them. Because, historically speaking, again, people who have done me wrong really, 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 really pay for it. So, I'm going to admit, the easy way thing, whatever, I had cigarettes. But that was to kick off that other energy, that bullshit energy. I had to kick her off again. But then I realized that it's a highly addictive substance. So even as I initially worked like to kick her off, that might have her become more addicted to my energy. Like, oh, fiending for another, like, you know what I mean? Like, so I got to be very careful with those methods. Just because it seems to be like the easiest, like, magic way to do things. It's kind of like left-handed path, but like once you like see over there, it's like, okay, we're going this, all right. It's like kind of activated fuckery. So I have to be very careful. But what do you? So honesty. That's what I gotta say. 4 of Cups, discontent. Not happy? It's like, I don't know. Do I feel like that? I don't feel like that. I'm more like, I'm preparing myself for kind of like, I don't know. I guess the world has shown me so much ugly that I have to prepare for the fact that I might be, not happy with what's going to happen. Like, not satisfied with it. That I might get in trouble. That I might, but I don't know. I don't know what that means for me. Is that more for my kin? Or for, like, opposing, like, I don't understand what that means. Can you tell me what it means, Archangel Michael? I guess, like, when I have a cigarette, I am discontent. Like, I don't engage in, like, my higher practices of, like, trying to block out the energy, trying to cleanse in my, like, I feel very worn out a bit. Like, just sometimes I feel very worn out. And sometimes, honestly speaking, I'm always honestly, but it's just, the human part of me wants something very, like, like the little devil in me, with how, like, shit-faced she looked the first time, like, when I had 2 cigarettes at once, like, where I haven't had one in, like a long-ass time. I think over, I don't know, over a year or something like, I don't remember, but even before that, like, it's been years and years and years and years and years. But so anyway, like, that activate, like, I wanted to get her in that place again. Like, I knew that was wrong, but I knew it was like the fastest way to do it. And so, but I don't know, man. I'm human. So, Emperor in reverse, propulsion. So undercover, I do have major, like, conglomerate, like, big boss energy, including spirit, like, working on my behalf underneath the surface, like, pulling the tides. You see, it's like, get on this boat, Tina. Get on the fucking boat. I know it doesn't look like it looks like it's powered just by, like, the paddles, but just get on the fucking boat, okay? And then so the propulsion is happening underneath the surface. So it's like you don't even realize it, but it's just get on board. Go with the flow. And if we're gonna paddle there, we're gonna paddle there. But just, like, enjoy what's about to roll out, okay? This is just like a little slice, a little blip, okay? So I know for a fact this is conglomerate energy because there's so much happening in the picture. And it's not like dropping names or anything of that sort. Like, I freaking know, looking at this card. And labeled as propulsion, like right next to that, that's crazy to me. That's crazy. So I have really, really, really strong characters. Not just happening, like they're working actively on my behalf. Oh, this is, I just saw, Freemason energy there. These are high societies, not like, these are undercover energies. Just crazy. And they're throwing a boomerang out. So, like, dude, these are people that throw down or throw out, not just expecting a return because of historically speaking in their own power, but they're like, they will get their return. They will see the results. They will get it. They will get what they're seeking. It's crazy. Sometimes I wonder why. Like, what? That's crazy. But this is, I know this for a fact. I can't think of any other storyline that that comes close to it. You know, they say like, oh, they don't even hold a candle to this or whatever. There's no other energy like within this card spread here, despite what happened in the previous layout. There's no other energy that holds a light to this meaning right here. This is fact. I don't know why I'm hearing like official seal. This is you know what this is reminding me of? This is like Terminator 2 or something, whatever Terminator thing where it's like Terminator guy. Holy crap, I haven't seen that in a while. But like he goes to that lady and she's like, just follow me. Like that's what this energy is. So what fell over here in front of me? Authority, 4 of Pentacles, for sure. This is crazy. This is definitely Terminator energy. And I forget their names. But he's like saying, just like, come with me, you know, like, and she's like wondering, like, what the fuck is happening to me? Like, what is happening? And she's just trying to put it all together. But when the real danger comes, that's when she has to do this. So this is picking up all the pieces, all the clues, and understanding it. This is so strange. From Emperor to Authority. This is Master number 44. I forget. Is it a Master Builder? I don't remember. Master Worker. It is a Master Worker, I'm pretty sure. I think 22 is the Master Builder. I don't remember. Anyway, we got Master number 44 here. Oh no, it's 444. Oh my gosh, it's fluctuating energy. So minor arcana to major to minor. And there's something musical about that, facing the music. It's like major, minor, I forget. There's notes, or I haven't played piano in like the longest time. So we have master, well, not just Master number 44 here, but Angel number 444. This is strange. So this Emperor energy is coming up to bat for like coming in to help like alleviate some things, because he notices that I'm putting in the work. You see? It's like, I got you. Don't worry. Okay. Any last things that you want to say, Archangel Michael? Holy cannolis, that's a lot. Okay. 8 of Swords in reverse. King of Pentacles. King of Cups and the Two of Wands in reverse. This is insane. This is insane energy. This is freeing oneself. This is absolute freedom. This is what is it titled as? Curtailment. So in reversal, it's freedom. Because I think curtail is like to stop, like to like kind of, yeah, like distract almost, like swerve into somebody else's lane, something like that. So this is 8 of Swords in reverse. So this is staying in your own lane. Okay, this is the focus of knowing like how to get out of a situation, how to get out of this. And I think this is for all parties involved. Like, yeah, stay in your own lane. What the freak? That's so crazy. But King of Pentacles along with the King of Cups, this is somebody that brings their own cookie and cup, so there's no expectations of return. These are clear observations by somebody who has attained a heightened level of intuition, how to use it, as well as their pentacle energy. So the cups and the pentacles energy takes the longest amount of time to kind of manifest into realization. So of all 4 suits, these are the ones like on the 3rd or 4th quarter of something to happen. So when we're looking at pentacles, it takes, you know, that pertains to a year. If we're looking at cups, that pertains to months. So looking at this, these are the people who exhibit patience. They understand it not just as a virtue, but as a necessity. And so because of that, they're willing to accept whatever it takes in order for stuff to happen. These are people who are very much in their feels, both intangible and tangible states. And they do not compromise that for like any fuckery. This is transition in King of Cups, and then motivation for King of Pentacles. So this is this is somebody who has high drive, but there's something about knowing how to control your sexual appeal here, because transition and motivation, that's like a high drive, but I don't see wand energy like in your face, so there's no hoedown here. It's kind of like these are upstanding individuals, but this is a class act. This is somebody who's like this is really, really good. Someone who is very, very, very talented. And I don't know what else to say. But there is high sex drive in the background. Oh my gosh, there's 2 volcanoes in the background, like, whew. But that's not what they put out in the forefront. They don't do like, they don't sell it, you know? It's like if you discover it along the way, if like you fucking notice, then you fucking notice. But like I'm not gonna market that. So wow, okay. So this is someone who knows how to mediate, self-mediate, because the cup energy, like friggin' overflowing water fountain right there too. So yeah, they don't let that, you know, the lower energies, the ones that pertain to more of like the human experience of challenge, which is like swords and wand energy, like combativeness, they don't let that steer them. So when we're looking at the lower chakras, most would think that's earthly energy, pentacle energy, but because it's like in the background, and the prefix here is like freaking alchemy. That's what he's using the lava for. And then the water to like extinguish it, the ability to do so. This kind of person does not appeal to those things. So they cannot be swayed. They cannot be wine and dine. They cannot be like, it's almost impossible for them to be immorally driven here. This is someone that cannot be bribed. This is upstanding. And that's what further defines them. Their capes are very, very, very ornate, like almost like in hieroglyphics or a different language. Do you see like freaking? You see that's one. I don't know. Like my camera isn't very good, so and there's the other one. So I get people also from opposing sides, meaning like, what is it? Republican, Democratic, you know, so there's a balance of both worlds that team up. These are people that can see both sides. This is definitely my kin energy, but very well established, practiced, disciplined. Right behind that, Two of Wands in reverse. This is Dominion. This is kind of like sizing things up correctly, and sometimes we don't like freaking know it all. We don't have all the answers. So instead of having dominion, like ownership, like knowing, like, oh gosh, I got a lot of control because I got this thing sized up, like I know what's gonna happen. Sometimes we don't know, so there is a surrender. So instead of dominating, we're more like, you know what, we have the freedom to surrender, just like, I don't know, and that's okay. And even these people that are in like wonderful like positions, there's something about them being able to size things up. What? They know. I don't know how they know. What the heck? This is a partnership energy. This is not just singular, but these are like, this is kin group energy, and they're not undercover. Something about, they're like looking at me with with like a knowing that like, you know, when you're speaking like just like eye to eye, and you're like, you know, there's something that they're saying through their eyes, and they're like, it's just like, you should have so much confidence in this, like, it's just, you know, when in that TV episode series, The Office, or even like Wonder Years, which is my absolute favorite, when they break away and they look at the camera and they're like, it's kind of like that, kind of an inside, it's not a joke, but it's an inside confidence, like it's an inside, like an inside memo. It's exclusive. It's just like, you're only in on it if you're in on it, and they're telling me I'm in on it, and they're making sure that I know that they're in on it, and I don't understand how to say it. It's just so strange. Anyway, that's so sweet. So I have to say thank you. No, I have to say thank you. I feel compelled to acknowledge that. So strange. What is this world that I live in? It's so crazy. Bottom of the deck is, what is it? Six of Wands in reverse. And it's showing, like, I know. Queen of Swords, subversion. What's triumph to be at? Like, I know. What the heck? That's so crazy. It's so crazy. You know, like pop art, it's kind of like that, but you know, yellow submarine style. So there's like a real free flow of like this cartoony effect of the way things are happening. Like the truth is very much like oblong shaped in this world. It's very colorful in its nonverbal language too. So that's the beauty in it. Like if we're told to, like, you know, just relax, be objective, just enjoy what happens, even if it might seem to look unfavorable to you at plate level, like, oh, what is that S card? Like, okay, if somebody told me like Like, okay, this plate, so it has like whatever with fish eggs on it. It's like, oh my God, what? But then I love fish eggs. What is it? Is it masago? I don't know. Like um can I have extra? It's kind of like that. That's what they're saying. Okay. Top of the deck, no secret to this saucy sauce. 9 of Cups in reverse. Satiety? Satiety? It's, I don't know if it's being unsatiated. Insatiated. But, there's a little bit of a restlessness here, but it's a determination of like, okay, so once this is done, what is the new terms of happiness? Like, if we're going to rewrite the contract with this world, what are the terms of like new happiness? Like what ideate, like you don't have to completely ideate this whole thing, but like, what are the things that you want to carry over? Let's not focus on the things that you don't want to carry over. Like, we've been doing that too much. Like, we've been forced to do that much, but like, what do you want to carry over? Like, this is positive, high context. So that's interesting. So when we pulled 2 cards from the back, or like the bottom, then I'm gonna go ahead and put on the second card that's underneath that. What's up with that, huh? 9 of Wands in reverse. That's crazy. This is intensity. So this is a master. Again, we're seeing master number 99 here, and because they're both in reversal, it's master number 66. Master performer turning into the master artisan. It's kind of wearing 2 hats at the same time. So 9 of Wands in reverse. 9 of Cups in reverse. So this is making a stir. Underneath the surface, there's something here, like, so you don't have to be so defensive, Tina, because there's a new contract in town. That's what they're saying. Yeah. See, look, somebody's sleeping down there too. Somebody's trying to get some sleep, kind of like there's certain restlessness here, but then there's like, just get your sleep. Don't like, Tina, like, I got you. Like the higher self, like, you see, like, I'm a genie in a bottle. Let me rub you the right way. What? That's coming from the solar plexus chakra, but it's like, there's an ultimate inner knowing. There's like, with all that's been put out there, there's like, the world knows you. You know the world, you know it. And even though there's so much to be discovered and uncovered, there's something about, like, I've already put out my essence so much. So there's something that's like greater that's happening in all of that. Like, you can't unknow me once you know me. I know that for a fact. I don't know why, but it's what they're telling me here. That I don't have to be carded, you know, I don't have to be discarded either, is what they're saying. So, you can have restful sleep here. That's crazy. Okay, I'll take that. All right, so what is your takeaway, aka our takeaway? Boop. It's facing me. Ace of Pentacles in reversal. That's being funded. Generation. So if it's in reverse, this is isolated energy. Oh my God, this is pentacle, like, in our pockets. Do you understand? This is like, it's like, here you go. That's crazy. Because if you're looking at generation, like a whole, like, grouping, and it's in reversal, it's very much isolated. This is a personal pentacle. This is, These are personal invites. These are personal effects. Like you can't pay for this energy. This is a personal invite. This is like something that's high esteemed, like invite. That's interesting. What the heck? That's okay. I'm gonna get a clarifier for that. We're gonna get to, because we're doing two. There's so much repeating here. So what's a clarifier for that, Archangel Michael? Immersion. Ace of Cups. Oh my gosh. What the frick? Talk about cookie and cup. This is like the cup is freaking ready. Just this person, it looks like they're fishing too. Like just kind of like waiting, being patient for it. What the heck? This is the first time that I think that I've ever gotten the Ace of Cups from this deck. But do you see that? So there's a waterfall here and it's filling in one's cup. So the pentacle is about to be thrown into the cup, almost like a wishing well, from a straight drop from our ancestral, like beyond the veil. It's like bloop, there you go. When we're expecting water, all of a sudden, like, oh, there's this. Oh, what the heck? That's so crazy. So, you know, just treat this like a really good book, Tina. Okay. Treat your story like really, really good, like you cannot put it down type of book. Interesting. Okay, that's what they're saying. All right, so what is just my takeaway? What is my takeaway? What is this? Three of Pentacles in reverse. Why do I keep getting this? Foundation. Why do I keep getting this? Like, my brain tells me, like, Three of Pentacles means, like, you're gonna get fired. Like, you're let go, you know? But at the same time, with every Three of Pentacles, almost, like, dominant energy, based on context, this is something that's about to turn up, you know? This is not being discarded. This is something that's, like, something's coming. It's like you see it bullseye, like dart, you know? There's something happening. What the heck? It's like in the works. What the heck? There's this like oh, this is the first time I've ever seen it like this. So it's like a calculator type of thing, but like there's a printer right there. If, you know, this is a big ass receipt. And you should never underestimate that receipt right there, especially within this context. Because, you know, I'm like, why is that receipt or that printout black? Because people don't know. People don't see. Not even like me right in front of it. This is a receipt of the void. Like anything can happen. Like it's not meant to be known until it's known. That is crazy. You know, like I think that's what it's called, like when you have like a lot of money, when like a black card, is that what it's called? There's a black card, like I don't know, you go to Beverly Hills and like if you have a black card, you get like or something like that. I don't know if I'm getting that correctly, but I think a black card is supposed to mean like ultimate wealth. Like there's something about it, and then it's not just like pentacle energy. This is something that's pretty big. Okay, so what is a clarifier for that, Archangel Michael? For me. I'm saying, I'm hearing unstoppable, unpoppable, unswappable. Affluence. Oh my god. What the frick? That is crazy. That's 10 of Pentacles. Holy shit. That is big. That is some big shit. You know, what I'm hearing is, you know, people very much underestimate me. So when they do me wrong, like, it's not just like what's happening in their karma, like what's going to happen with their like daily activities, daily lives, or whatever. But anyone that like at this level, I'm going to be so seen and known that people are going to, like, the people that did me wrong are going to be a complete total and utter embarrassment, like almost blacklisted, or something that's like, something about cherry pop in here. You see, like there's something about like their well-versed understanding of how things roll out. It's almost going to appear as like, you know, like Pop Cherry is like kind of losing their virginity in their understanding of like what can actually roll out. This is insane. This is massive waterfall energy too. Bringing in, you know, like gold rush times where like they're panning for gold or whatever. This, like it's streaming down. Like how I told you, like collecting the gems along the way, and then like the Ace of Pentacles comes along. Like freaking, this is crazy. This is. See, there's freaking flies and spies here. But anyway, that's insane. And I get to experience it with my boo. Yeah, there's something. But this is also a balance of yin and yang energy. This is a really, really like smackdown energy on balancing like the feminine and the masculine part of me. This is a manifestation that is, so there's, see, this thing is coming through. Like this people are freaking so irresponsible with their magic and energies. See, that fly fell right there. Like they're trying to take it. But you know what? To each their own karma. Again, they're going to be an embarrassment. See, this fly is buzzing here. You know what? Forget that energy. I don't need to put anything more to it. I just know what will happen will happen. Nobody can fuck with that. Are you curious? Are you curious to get a verifying card for that? I don't know. I don't really care to. I'm not interested in it. It's considered null and void. Yeah. All right. That's it for now. Thanks very much for all donations provided in light and love. I certainly appreciate it. Blessings be to my direct helpers, like the ones that deliver those double king energies. Holy smokes. Thank you. I think that's it for now. Okay, so upon closing the portals in this reading, I send all energies back to the appropriate locations outside of mine with their appropriate karmas due, assisting with a sequence of rollout in light and love. I close the portals in this reading.